Yeah. Okay. I don't know why what I'm about to explain to you is complicated. But nobody ever seems able to grasp what I'm about to explain. Okay? So I'm going to do it in a slightly different order than I normally do. I'm going to draw it first. So in this empty space that you have down here over on the left, please draw yourself the Cartesian plane.
Whoa. You did that with one thing.
Yes, I did, because I have a computer and you don't.
Siri, draw me
Now, put a dot anywhere on the y-axis. Anywhere. All of our dots are going to be in different places, aren't they? Mm-hmm. So everybody put a dot. I'm going to put mine right there. Everybody cool with that? Mm-hmm. Everybody's has a dot, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, put another dot anywhere on the x-axis.
Yeah.
Anywhere. I'm going to put mine right there. Is everybody cool with that?
Yeah.
Now I'm going to connect the line. You also can connect the line. Is everybody cool?
Yeah.
Okay. Now you will notice in the little box I have drawn on your piece of paper, there are two terms, x-intercept and y-intercept, yes? Mm-hmm. Okay. Which of those dots on my drawing is the y-intercept? The top one or the bottom one? Top one. Excellent. So everybody, please label your y-intercept. And then obviously, label your x-intercept. Okay? Has everybody done that?
Yeah.
All right. Now, does any of our axes have a scale? No. So we have no idea what the value of this is on the y scale, do we?
No.
What is its value on the x scale? Yes, you do know it. Oh. This dot, what is its value on the x scale? 0. Everyone agree?
Yeah.
0. What is its value on the y scale? On the y scale. Unknown. So what do we give it in math when we don't know?
X. But no, we don't.
We give it a variable. What variable will we give it?
A.
Y, because it's on the y-axis. This is the coordinates. Coordinates, oh nice spelling, moron. Coordinates of what y-intercept? Every y-intercept. Because all of you have a dot at 0 something y, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
Does everyone understand the coordinates of every y-intercept? Now, you guys are smart kids.
Yes.
What then is the coordinates of every x-intercept?
X0.
x0. Do you all understand that?
Yes.
Okay. Now, remember, we can put points on a graph from a variety of sources, can't we? From a graph, what if I have a table of values? What are my two intercepts? 0, y, and x0. Does everybody see that? Everybody's cool there? Okay, so now we're going to put it in words. Normally I put it in words first and then do the drawing. People are like, I don't get it. So this time I went with the drawing first. See if that helps. An x-intercept is when a graphed line crosses what? Crosses what spot on a graph? Right, when it crosses the x-axis. All right? And only occurs when what? Y equals 0. If you don't have an output of 0, you don't have an x-intercept. Does everyone understand that? Okay? So it only occurs when y is 0, and its coordinates are x comma 0. X being any value. If y ever is 0, you have an x-intercept. You just don't know what it is. The only thing you know is that y will be 0. Is everyone cool? Great. So what's the y-intercept? When a graphed line crosses what?
Y-axis.
Line crosses the y-axis. And when does it occur?
Only occurs when x equals 0.
Only occurs when x equals 0. So what is its coordinates? 0 comma y. Do you all understand that? I can't fathom any way to make it simpler for you. Does everybody get that? Okay. Let's do some work with this. Determine the x and y intercepts for this. Right away we're in a bit of trouble because I want a y-intercept, but I don't have a letter y anywhere, do I? Or do I? F of x. This is my output, so that is my y. Everybody with me? Now, I want the x and the y-intercepts. I have f of x equals 2x plus 3. Yes?
Yeah.
I need the x-intercept, which I will do in red. And I need the y-intercept, which I will do in black. What are the coordinates of the x-intercept? X, 0. Agreed?
Yeah.
Okay. What are the coordinates of the y-intercept? 0, y. How do we take this information and put it into this? Let's start with the red one. Do I have an x? No, so that can't change. Do I have an output? What is it? 0. So what goes here? 0. So I have 0 equals 2x plus 3. Do you know how to solve that? Of course you do. What do you do with the 3? I'm going to do it the long way. Negative 3 equals 2x. Divide by 2. X equals negative 3 halves. Yes? Is everyone okay with that? Do I now have an x-intercept?
Yes.
What is it?
Negative 3 halves.
Negative 3 halves, comma 0. Everyone cool? Everyone cool?
Yeah.
Now, do I have an x value for my y-intercept? What is it? 0. What goes there? So what goes there? 0. So 2 times 0 plus 3 gets me my y-intercept, which is what? 3. So what is the point here? 0, 3. Now put that on the graph. Now listen. Who's in charge of this graph? You are. You need a fraction, don't you? So is it easier to try to cut one of these little squares in half, or is it easier to change the scale? Change the scale. Where do you need that half? Do you need it on the x or the y-axis? On the x-axis. So if I make 2 squares 1, and like that, am I in business? Can I do that on the y? Do I have to do it on the y? No. If it's not done to the y, then you must read it very carefully, mustn't you? I'm going to go ahead and do that to the y-axis. So it's 2 squares to equal 1. So where does our red dot go? At -3/2, 0. Where is -3/2? Left how far? 3 spaces on our graph, isn't it? Because 1 space is a half, yeah? So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 and put my dot. Everyone agree? And where does my black dot go? 0, 3, which is actually up to 6, isn't it? Does everyone understand why it looks like that?
Yeah.
Does it have to look like that? Could I have put this dot at 1.5? Yeah, I could have. I'm just doing it this way so you guys can see the spacing. Everybody with me? Now what must I do with this graph? What is the last step that I must do? Connect the lines. Why? Connect the dots. Why?
Shows the intersection. No. But yeah. Yes. Arrow.
Pardon? Why did I connect the dots in the example?
To show the y-intercept.
Can I take any number and multiply it by 2 and add 3 to it? Till what? Infinity in both directions. I can double infinity and add 3 and I'll still get an output. So I have to connect this line. Is everybody good?
Yeah.
Great. Now you guys should be able to do the domain and range. I've shown you a million ways to do it. What's the easiest way? What's the shortest way to write the domain and range of this function? What? Set notation? Interval notation? How about x is all the real numbers and y is all the real numbers? Are there any restrictions? No. Everybody good? Any questions? Gerard? Real numbers includes negatives. Real numbers is everything.
Oh, sorry.
Whole numbers.
I'm thinking of natural.
Natural and wholes don't include. Is everybody good with this?
Yeah.
Can everybody find an intercept? Every single intercept is x comma 0 or 0 comma y. Turn the page over. Barf! But it's not hard, is it? What is my x-intercept, which I will do in red? What is every single x-intercept? x, 0. Is the x going to change? Nope. So the g of x is going to change to what? 0. 0 equals 1/2 x minus 2. Now guys, can I have faith that you're honor students? Can I have faith that I don't have to write +2 and everything? Is that okay? Are we there with algebra?
Yeah.
Can I go ahead and write 2 equals 1/2 x? because the 2 is moving over, and anytime you move over the equal sign, you change the sign. Can I do that? Is everyone okay with that? Okay. Now what would you do? How do you get rid of this? How do you get rid of a half? Multiply by 2. So what do I got to do to this side? So 4 equals x. Do I know my x-intercept yet? Yes, because 4 is x. There's an x, right? So what is my x-intercept? 4, 0. Everybody cool?
Yeah.
Should I put it on the graph yet? No, why?
Because you gotta wait.
I might need to scale for the y's, yes? So the y-intercept we'll do in black. What is every y-intercept? Every single one. 0y. Do I have an x value now? So what goes in here? 1/2 0 minus 2. Now you guys should be noticing a pattern now, shouldn't you?
Yeah.
Both times the x dropped out when x became 0, didn't it? What did it leave us with? -2. On this one, it left us with +3. Do you see that? If the x is going to drop out, then whatever's left is your y-intercept, isn't it? Which in this case is 0, -2. Do I need to do any scaling?
Nope.
Nope. So let's go ahead and put them on the graph. 1, 2, 3, 4, 0. And down 1, 2. Everybody cool? What must I do once I've drawn them?
Show it's an infinite.
Connect the line. Now, on a sketched graph that you don't have a grid, how would you show me that you knew how to do this? What would you have to do? What would you need to do at that point right there if you were just sketching this graph? Just label it, right? Just say that's 4, 0, and that's 0, -2. And then I know you know what you're doing. What's the domain and range of every line? X is reals, Y is reals. Because it's math class, yeah? Right? If it was physics class, would our domain go to everything?
Nope.
No, because the domain is often a time, yeah? You understand? Okay. Is everybody cool with intercepts? Yeah? 100%? It's pretty easy, right? X comma 0, 0 comma y, sub it into the equation. Right? Okay. I'm going to stop.
Hey.
Please look on your outline. Tomorrow you are writing a test. You can do that page. It's only 3 questions. Do not do it tonight. That is for tomorrow when you finish your test. Okay? What do I want you to do tonight?
Study.
Study, study, study.
Study.
Okay?
Sleep. Study. Study.
Get a good night's sleep.
And then eat chocolate.
Because your test is first block tomorrow.
No.
No, second block.
I'm like today's second.
All right, I have some announcements to make in the last 10 minutes of class. I will make them, and then you will be free to do what you will for the last few minutes. 1, this is an X block week. You now have 2 cumulative exams under your belt. Right? You should know what you're bad at. You need to start preparing for your provincial exam now. Fix what you're bad at. Now, I haven't given you back your cumulative exams open-ended, right? But I gave you back the multiple choice, which was split into 3 chunks. right? If you have one that is, I'm not lying to you guys, anything less than 90% on one of those sections means you're not ready for your provincial. Do I make myself clear? The majority of you are not ready for your provincial because of exponents. I'm appalled by the exponents. I don't know why. Never in my years of teaching until this year was exponents the bad unit, and it was the bad unit for both honors classes, both semesters. I don't know why. I didn't teach it any differently. I got the videos from last year